Life is more fun when you can choose and switch things up whenever you want to. And with Pair Eyewear, you can change your look in a snap. And their latest fall collection gives you even more ways to celebrate your creativity and individuality.
Just one base frame is all you need to express yourself in many ways. Listen, I love my pair of glasses so much because they allow me to change my looks in a snap, and I can wear the same pair of glasses from evening to daytime to work out, all with a just little click, click, clack on the front of my lenses, honey. A pair of eyewear is the only eyewear that you will ever need. Budget friendly base frame starting at just $60, including prescription. Hundreds of top frames starting at $25.
Change things up this season with new frames from Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com/sibling for 15% off your first pair. That's pair, Pair, eyewear.com/sibling.
Today's 9/11, Monet. Where were you on 9/11? Why is that funny?
It's the first thing you say to me. The cameras gets to zero. Monet, today's 9/11. Like,
It is.
good
It is
morning.
9. It is
Hello, how
9/11.
are you?
Well, you and I, we were speaking before before the cameras were rolling, so don't act brand new. We were talking. I did not wake up and the first thing I said to you was,
Oh my
"Monet, today's
god.
9/11."
It's like
You and I have
three,
had an entire.
2, what? Today's 9/11.
Well, it is 9/11. What were you doing on What were you doing on 9/11?
On 9/11, I was in social studies class with Mr. Lewis at Marine Park Junior High School. And we were in school, and then we saw the teachers like, you know that thing in school when all the teachers are like, guys, give me 5 minutes, and like one teacher will come to the door and like they're talking at the thing. That little like conversation went on for like 20 minutes, and we were like, and we saw teachers like running past in the hallway, so we didn't know what's going on. And then
In
by,
Brooklyn?
in Brooklyn, and then by like the afternoon, a teacher, I think it was our art teacher she hated us. Me and Kamika's class, 611, we were such a bad class. Also, again, I tell you,
I see that for you.
I went to really bad well, not us, like the whole school was bad, but she'd
But
be like,
you had you contributed, right?
yes, I did talk a lot. I would always did teachers call your house saying that you were talking in class?
Kinda, but not that often. Yeah.
They used to
I mean,
call my house.
people call my house, yes, but I mostly got it written on literally every report card I had up until like sixth grade.
You mostly got written up, you said?
No, I had it written on every report card I had from like up until like sixth grade.
Yeah, I would get that, and Kevin socializes too much. It was always Kevin's really smart, but he won't stop talking. And then so she would always go, "Excuse me, 611, please, we need you quiet. I'm waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4."
She gets
And
to
then when it gets to 5,
1987, 88,
and then so
3,472.
and she was really quiet. She said to us, "Hey guys, so
Wait,
it's
wait,
been a very
before you, I
bad
want to paint a picture. Can you describe what she looked like? Can you paint a visual picture of us? How does she look?
I forget her name. I would say she was roughly about like, again, my concept of height and weight and stuff is so different back then because I was just a little person that didn't, whatever. But I want to say she was maybe like about 5'7". She was a average bodied white woman, with like shoulder length itch hair, but she would always do top half up, the back down.
Age?
And I would I couldn't even guess what age she was at. She could have been 25 or she could have been 45, I don't remember. Or I didn't like I didn't realize what she was. And then so she was really like not nice. She was very like not as high strung as normally. She's like, guys, there's been a really bad there's been a terrorist attack on our country in this city. And then And she's like, and she told us like kind of roughly what happened. And then she told us that teachers were going on the roof and they could see the smoke from the buildings from the roof of our school, which was in Marine Park. Marine Park is several miles from Manhattan. And then we were like, oh my God. And then she's like, some of your parents are coming to pick you up from school. This will be happening throughout the day. And the rest of you who you will go home normally on the bus after school, whatever for your usual thing. And I found out when I went home, like what really happened. What about you?
Were the kids making
Wait,
jokes?
Monet, did you have any classmates who had parents in the towers, or any experience, like anybody in the situation?
I don't think I don't not to my knowledge, none of my classmates are like we don't remember anyone finding out anyone's parent had passed away in towers or was in it. If they were, I didn't know them.
Did you have any group of friends making any weird jokes and laughing and shit during thing where it's like, stop playing, stop playing?
Probably. It was probably. This was the school where I got jumped like 5 times and I jumped people. So I'm
Yeah, it
it
seems
was a
like you were the
very
common denominator in all these jumpings. It sounded like maybe you were a problem.
yeah, but I was no, you know what the problem was because I was fat, black, and gay. That's why.
Was it no one else that was black?
I
I thought you went to
mean,
a
it
black.
was
I
a
thought you went to a
lot
black
of.
school.
It is a black school, but I was fat, black, and gay. Those 3 things made me a target.
That you were the only fat black gay kid.
That, to my knowledge.
Interesting. I was in Miss Baker's class. She was my drama teacher. Miss Baker's probably 5'5",
How
maybe
old are
five
you?
four. I was in 10th grade.
So that's 15, 14.
And Miss Baker. Well, they used to do this thing where they would roll in the TVs. So that when you wanted to watch TV, you had to go get a TV from the AV room. So they rolled TVs into essentially every classroom. Some people would join, like some classrooms kind of combined, and we all just watched it on TV live.
Like as it was happening?
Well, after the first plane hit, we were watching TV and we all watched the second plane hit.
Is that
Like we all
appropriate?
watched it.
High
Honestly,
school,
I
yes.
don't know. I think the teachers kept trying to give us back reports, and they were like, "Let's just roll the TVs in so I can just see what's happening." They rolled the TVs in, and I watched the coverage live as the Pentagon was hit and the second tower was hit, and I watched the towers fall on TV. It was low key crazy.
And y'all were like, yo.
We didn't talk like that.
Oh shit,
This
son.
is in Georgia. No one said, "Oh my,
Uh,
shit,
uh,
son, the country's
uh,
mad." Hey yo, these terrorists are mad tight right now. No, we didn't talk. No
they're
one.
like, oh my God. Jean Paul.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what to do. No, we were like, oh my God. So we were watching it, and of course there were students like making jokes and stuff, and like being like, I'm glad we're not in class and stuff. And then, baby, when that second one hit, we were like, oh, that shut us up. And when they fell, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. There
Did
was
you
no jokes, no nothing. We were just like, this is crazy.
did you have the did you all understand y'all were in high school? Did y'all understand the gravity of what happened? Like how serious it was? Like
Yes, very much so. It was very clear. What grade were you in?
I was in 6th grade.
It was very clear. It was very evident. It was quite grave. Um and yes, it was very apparent to us. They were because the news was really laying it on thick.
It was also
Understandably
at the
so.
beginning of the school year. It was like the first week of school.
And it was in the morning, by the way.
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah, we were both on the yeah, we were in the morning. Yeah, it was pretty wild. And I mean,
We also were watching the people jump, which was really crazy.
ugh, my aunt worked. I don't think she worked down there. She did work. She worked in Greenwich, which Greenwich is far enough from the Twin Towers, but it's in relative. I was having this conversation with Andy the other day. Relative, like everything can be relative. Like when people and obviously when they say relatively close, whatever. I get it, but in theory, everything can be relative. Anyway, so
Yeah,
my
you're right.
aunt.
Everything is relative. Was Andy saying things aren't relative?
No, but when people, my point was when people say, "Well, she's relatively close," I'm like, you can say that to anything. If someone lives in fucking San Francisco, she's relatively closer to me than my aunt, but who lives in New York, but it's still fucking far away. So I'm like, people saying relative is so annoying to me. Anyway,
Well, I think
Um,
when people say relatively close, they're saying relative to other things that are also close.
I know,
So
I know. I'm saying, I
so
know.
when I say I can say, for example, that I'm in Long Island right now, but I can say that I'm relatively close to New York. I can say that to you, but if I was talking to someone who was in Newark, New Jersey, I wouldn't. I'm not relatively close. They're much closer than I am.
No, we were having a very semantic argument. I don't remember what it was. It was something. It was a very semantic thing. It was anyway. So
Who won?
I won, and then so I forgot what I was saying.
Would he say he? Would he say you? If I called in right now, he'd be like, "Yeah, Monet won that one."
Probably.
Your aunt was working relatively close to.
Yeah, oh, she was in Greenwich, and Greenwich is pretty close to the. Oh, maybe she wasn't working. I don't remember. She was
You in
working in
Greenwich
New York,
Village?
or maybe not. I think that's my aunt's office moved so many times. She was in Jersey.
Yeah,
She was
because
in
you could be.
Greenwich.
Are you like, called Greenwich, Connecticut?
Greenwich, no, Greenwich downtown.
Greenwich Village.
Yeah, Greenwich Village.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Did you know anyone? I mean, you were in Georgia, but I don't know
No,
if in your life you've known someone who like.
no. There was just one girl in my school with a thick, 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 thick New York accent. Um, and we were all
Just
like,
say dick.
looking at her the whole time. This one girl and her accent was so annoying. I couldn't stand the way she talked. Because it felt like she was putting on. Like it felt like when she went home, she didn't talk like that.
In
But she
hindsight, do you
probably,
think she was
but she,
putting on, or
but
she
she,
just had an
she probably
accent?
did. She probably really did have an accent. She was from New York, but like the way she said mother and father used to drive me crazy, and I
My
hated the
mother,
way
my
she would say it.
father, my
My
father.
mother, and I'm like, mother, bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut your
Meanwhile, you
dumb
talk about
ass
some.
up, bitch. I say my mom or my mother. I say my mother. Well, my
No,
mother
you do
is
not. You say ma. You say ma.
no. When I talk to her, I say ma. I don't go my ma. I say my mother. When I talk
That's
to
not
her,
true.
I
I've
say,
heard
hey,
you say it in interviews. You were on Good Morning America talking about something. Yeah, my mom.
you've never heard me say that. I do not refer to her as my ma. I call her mom when I talk to her, but when I talk about her, she's my mother.
Jake and I have some evidence, so we'll be putting it in the episode.
You don't. You have zero evidence. I don't say my mom. I tell you about my mom. And
Well,
but
you
wait, bitch, you're
remember?
the one in these streets talking about some mommy. Don't ever come for me, mummy.
I do. I
What you?
do.
What
I
are you
do. I
3?
but
My mummy,
the gag is
mama,
I've never denied it though. Like I was like, yes, I do.
mama.
You're like, no, I don't.
Talking about some mommy. Mommy, who are you,
Mommy,
Stewie? Stewie from
mommy,
Family Guy?
mommy, because we have motherfucking class in St. Lucia. That's why. And these are some leftover remnants of colonialism. Sorry about it.
Somehow the class has escaped you. Somehow the class went around you. And Rihanna got all of it.
No, nigga, first class went around you, honey. Anyway, so remember the roast of Rob Lowe? And they had Pete Davidson was on Vegas.
Girl,
And because so Pete Davidson, y'all, his father died in 9/11. And they
girl.
had some savage jokes about to Pete Davidson and his father dying on 9/11. I mean, brutal jokes about his
The
father.
worst one was, and I remember because they've been telling all these jokes about Pete Davidson. This British guy, I can't remember the comedian. He's really funny actually. He goes, I'm actually quite appalled at you all for all making all these jokes about Pete Davidson's father dying in 9/11. This is not the roast of Pete Davidson's father. That was on September
That
1st, 2001. I was like,
Wait, you said September 11th.
sorry, September 11th, 2001. Yeah. That is to say that is wild. To say that
That
is,
is crazy.
but I
The
mean, the
Comedy
roasts
Central
are,
roast.
to do a roast,
Stupid.
apparently Joan Rivers was really unhappy about her roast. Like apparently Joan Rivers was like, did
Why?
not laugh afterwards. She was hurt.
Really?
Apparently Joan Rivers was quite hurt.
Joan Rivers, who was all like, really?
According to Kathy Griffin.
The insult comics of insult comics. She was upset. She was hurt.
Kathy Griffin is not
I,
an insult comic.
Joan Rivers.
I mean, Joan Rivers is not an insult comic.
What is she classified as?
She's a stand-up comedian, but she's not. Don Rickles is an insult comic. Lisa Lampanelli is an insult comic. Triumph the insult comedy dog is an insult comic, but Joan Rivers is not an insult comic.
Joan, her whole shtick is making fun of people and insulting people.
That's not her whole shtick. Her whole shtick was mostly self-deprecation, actually, and making fun of herself. And she would talk about genres of people, but I would not classify Joan Rivers as an insult comic. Don Rickles, Bianca Del Rio, Lisa Lampanelli, they're all insult comedians.
Interesting. Y'all comment below if you think Joan Rivers was an insult comic.
It looks like you've done some research, and it turns out that she's not. And now you're trying to get people in the comments to verify.
I would actually have to say, in Monet's defense, if you Google Joan Rivers on her Wikipedia, the first thing that comes up, it says observational comedy, insult comedy, shock comedy, black comedy, blue comedy, and improv.
I do think. Well, is she blue? I mean, she's not super blue.
I mean, listen, that's what the internet says that she is. I thought Joan Rivers was an insult comic. I mean, but anyway,
but yeah, apparently she was not happy with her. She was not happy with her. She was just sad.
I don't think I've ever watched. I've watched a bunch of them. I don't think I've ever seen Joan Rivers. Did she do a Comedy Central? A Comedy Central roast?
I'll say after this break. And we're back. Yes, her roast was on Comedy Central. And Kathy Griffin was the roast. Kathy Griffin was the roast master. Let me see if I can remember who was on the dais. Okay. Kathy Griffin, Joan Rivers, Robin Quivers.
Robin Quivers. I don't know who that is.
Robin Quivers is the lady who does Howard Stern show. Wait, pull up the
Robin,
dais. I want to see.
Pull
up the dais. I want to see how well I can guess all the people. When you got it, let me know and tell me how many I forget. You ready?
Wait, hold on.
It was
okay. Go ahead.
Joan Rivers, obviously. Kathy Griffin was the roast master. Robin Quivers. That old guy's name was Ron something.
No, no Ron.
The old guy. What's that old guy's name? Ron. Anyway, Mario Cantone.
Mm-hmm.
How many more are there?
Bitch, you have like 8 more. No, 9 more.
9 more?
Yes.
I'm out. Who else is there?
He's there. The guy who's there every roast. He does every single roast.
Oh yeah. He's dead now. Greg Giraldo.
No, yes, him, but no, there's someone who he does every. Well, at least he's done the last like 6.
Oh, his name is what's his name? I can't remember his name. He's the
Jeff
roast
Ross.
master.
Yeah,
Jeff Ross, the roast master. Yeah,
you did her roast on OnlyFans.
Jeff who? I did whose roast? Oh, Whitney Cummings. Whitney Cummings was there. That's right.
Tom Arnold. Have you ever seen The Stupids? My own grandpa. You ever seen that movie?
I know that song. I know that song though.
It's from the movie The Stupids. It's so good. Carl Reiner. I don't know who the fuck that is. Oh,
Carl Reiner. That's who it is. Carl Reiner. He's dead too.
Brad Garrett. I've seen him in so many things. I never knew that was his name. Lily Tomlin was in it.
That's right.
And this one, he talks like this.
Yeah, Carl Reiner died around my birthday in 2020.
And this one, Bob, you missed this one.
Why did Gilbert. That's right. Gilbert Gottfried who was also dead. My God, so many dead people. Carl Reiner's dead. Gilbert Gottfried's dead.
We're all going to do it one day. I feel like we're all going to do it one day.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but specifically from this roast, which wasn't that long ago, there are so many dead people in it. It's kind of
Mario Cantone,
who's alive
today.
I haven't called him today.
Richard Belzer. I don't know who the fuck Richard Belzer is.
All right, okay, that's enough. I don't want to hear any more names unless you really just want to read the rest of them.
Melissa Rivers took over for Joan Rivers to do Fashion Police, and it just wasn't the same. Obviously, Joan Rivers is irreplaceable, but I used to love Fashion Police, and I wish they would either bring it back. They should bring it back with someone. But I don't know.
Do your own version.
Red carpets aren't. They are still a thing, but like the red carpets, like the early 2000s was so different. It was such a thing. They would always have these correspondents, and they were like, and like looking at the fashions from like fashion police made it like a thing, and I feel like that culture has kind of died
No,
down
I
in
don't
this
think that
in these
fashion
places.
police made red carpets a thing. I think Joan
They don't
Rivers made
not
red carpets a thing.
they didn't they didn't make it a thing. I'm saying, but that thing that they did is not there anymore. Like there isn't like a correspondence show that is very popularized that talks about the fashions from red carpets, like how they
I
get
agree,
on fashion shows.
especially from a comedy perspective, and it was really nice to see. And
Yeah.
Joan Rivers really did make red carpets a whole thing. Oh, who are you wearing? What? Monet Exchange. Oh, we have Monet Exchange from RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh my God, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Who are
I'm
you
wearing
wearing?
Dominic Couture. Oh, I gotta say, I'm wearing Monet Exchange right now. All available at MonetExchange.com. I gotta say, let me write in the chat. I'm gonna forget to tell you this later.
Is it something you can't say online?
Yes,
You are the
I
queen
just wrote
of
it in the thing.
the queen of.
Bob, so I'm 32 years old, and
Uh,
I mean 33. I am 33
yeah,
years old,
yeah.
and
Let's keep it a buck.
I I have plantar fasciitis.
That's your foot thing, right? Your feet are all fucked up.
Yes, so it's like I've like looked it up, and I should go to a doctor, but it's just that, like because I'm very first of all, I realized the other day like most black people are flat-footed. Why is that?
I don't know if that's okay. Let's rein in this statement.
Every
Are
black
you
person
saying are
I
you saying
see,
most flat-footed people are black, or are you saying that most black people are flat-footed? Because I don't know that either of those is true.
I think most every time I see a black foot is flat. You, me, Naomi, all of us are flat-footed. Dewan, Arcia, like we are all my friends who are black have flat feet. Literally all of them. The one friend that may not be flat-footed is my friend Tyrone. But all the people I name another black friend. Tislarm, flat-footed.
Is Pep flat-footed? We don't know. I
Pep
don't
is
know.
flat-footed. Pep is flat-footed. Like, why is that?
I don't. I don't know. I've never considered these statistics or run the numbers on this once in my life.
I notice anytime I see a black person without shoes on, I look because I'm like, why? Everyone in my family, my aunts, my everyone is flat-footed in my family. But then again, I was like, oh, maybe it's just down our line. And I started
All
looking
the
into
feet
my
in my
friends.
family are not. All the feet in my family are not. All the feet in my family are not flat-footed. I will say the Monet shoe do be low key hitting lean back on them. Monet,
Nigga, yours is flat too.
no, but Monet.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing, and nothing's funny. Monet foot do be hitting the lean though. Monet shoes do be leaning out.
Because I have flat feet. And
What?
so
Tell me what is plantar fasciitis
it's
exactly?
well, so is this I'm gonna look it up specifically. I'll tell you what it feels like to me. The bottom of my feet, like the heels of my feet, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, they're just in pain. Like there's something in the bone, like that they're just in pain in the mornings. And they have like different things you can do. You can wear like orthotic shoes, you can wear gel inserts and things, but I think it's because your feet are flat, there is no something in the bone. So it just causes this sharp pain in your heels every morning. Plantar fasciitis is the inflammation of the plantar fascia tissue in the
Oh,
foot
okay.
used during
No,
walking
why
and
why don't you just say that? The plantar fascia. Your plantar fascia. Y'all know the plantar fascia.
the
I know
plantar fascia
she don't see
is
she
the
don't season 15. That's a good drag name. Miss Plantar
So
Fascia.
this is just a quick Google and me trying to explain the best I can. So take this with a grain of salt. But it looks like there's like a band of tissue and stuff that connects the bottom of your foot to the top of the foot. But if you have flat feet, the bone starts pressing against that tissue. So generally there needs to be a little bit of space, and the pain is caused by like the bone of your foot hit like squeezing the tissue between the floor and like the flat of your foot.
Maybe I
and
have plantar fasciitis too.
do you get that pain? You know if you
Yep.
got that pain. That should
My feet are
hurt.
always hurting though. My feet always hurt.
What do you mean they? Okay, Bob, can you be more like? What do you mean they always hurt? Like your big toe, your pinky toe, like what?
Well, I walk a lot, Like I think I walk. I would venture to say that I walk more than most people do. I'm very confident in saying that I take more steps in a day than most people
If
do
I hear you talk about you fucking
because I
walking
walk in
home,
parking
I'm going
lots.
to fucking
Because I go for
wring
walks.
your neck. I'm going to
So
wring your neck.
you can talk about apples, but I can talk about walking. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Have y'all noticed this? Bob, in the past 2 years, you will not stop talking. Ever since you moved to LA. No, since the pandemic. I just love walking. I walk
Well,
from
I used to. Yeah, I've been walking since before I moved to LA. How dare you?
prove it.
And well, you remember the day I stormed out of your apartment and walked home? Yeah, that was the beginning of my walking. Yeah, that was my walking began when I stormed out of your home where I felt unsafe around you. That's when I started
I
walking.
wish that the Black Mirror episode was good. I could put in that thing in my eye and rewind that day because I want to go back to that day and Jake could be like, I'm gonna call a car. This is Bob. I'm gonna walk.
That's not how I said it. I said I'll be walking. I'm gonna
No,
walk.
no, you said I'm gonna walk home. You said I'm gonna walk. That's I will be walking. I'm gonna walk. All dramatic. His eyes got smoky. The music slowed
Smoky.
down.
What I said to makeup? What do you mean I got smoky?
The eyes got smoky. I'm gonna walk.
Wow, you better discount all my feelings. Anyway, so I've been walking for the balls of my feet hurt a lot. I get a lot of the pain in the balls of my feet, not the heel. That's where a lot of my pain
Do you
comes from.
walk? So do you think you walk? Because some people are heel walkers. Some people like walk forward. Do you feel like you walk forward?
I walk on point like a ballerina. No, I walk like a normal. I walk from my heel to my toe like a normal person.
You ever seen these people that walk and they put all their weight on their balls, so like their heels are kind of always off the floor?
Their
Have you noticed
balls.
that?
Jesus Christ! What kind of kinky shit are you doing into over here?
And they walk like forward. So every time they walk, they kind of walk with their heels like all. I think I pay attention to people's feet and like how they walk and stuff all the time. It's very interesting
Are you
to
into
me.
feet?
I'm not into feet. I am not sexually. I am not into feet. I don't want to suck your toes. I don't want you to suck my toes. I I don't like feet.
I'm not into feet, but if I'm topping you and your foot ends up by my face, it might end up in my mouth. Like, I mean, there's a chance. If your foot's like by my face, I'm like,
Ooh.
I might be like, "Nom, nom, nom, nom."
Like you sucking the toes. It's like oh, you like what are you doing with it?
I mean, I put a big toe in my mouth before, for sure. You never put a big toe in your mouth?
Never, not once.
Interesting. Or a
Never,
kiss,
not once.
or kiss their foot.
No, I think it's because I have dragon feet. So I'm just like, no, like I
Oh,
have
don't touch
drag
my
feet.
feet. Don't look at my feet. Don't acknowledge that I have feet. Don't buy me shoes. Don't say the word foot around me. Don't don't read footnotes. Don't do anything around me.
You know the thing that people say that if you buy somebody's shoes, they'll walk out of your life like a partner.
I think I've heard that before. Yeah, I once got like a grinder massage from this guy. It was a really legit massage too, with like a little bit of happiness at the end. And but he had like a room in his
Okay,
house that was.
what's a little bit of happiness?
I'm gonna tell you the story. He had a room in his house that was like just for massages with like sounds and incense and like a table with your face in the hole, everything. But he was on
In New
grinder. He was
York?
really hot in the Heights.
In this
I
economy?
think it was
All
during the
right, come
pandemic.
on. Right.
Um, it was honestly one of the best massages I ever got in my life, and it got a little beep beep, a little boop boop at the end, right? So he was massaging me, and I was like,
But like Bob, like he jerked you off, or like y'all fucked?
no, we didn't fuck. It was just like a little mutual jerking, is all.
Got it. Okay.
And then while he was massaging me, I was like, because I was on my walking journey. I used to walk. Fun fact, by the way, to you guys, I used to literally every week I would film the pit stop, and I would walk from 162 all the way to 110 to hand deliver the memory cards to the editors of the pit stop. I did that for 2 seasons of the pit stop. Anyway, So my feet were hurting, and I was like, I remember being like, "Oh, can you massage my feet?" And he didn't say like, "I don't do feet." What he said was, I said, "Can you massage my feet?" And then he scooted back. He
Wait,
looked at
let's
my
take a break.
feet.
Let's take a break. Wait, take a break. I can't. I know where this is going, and I
You ruined that. You ruined the story. I'll tell you when I get back.
Have you ever been on the hunt for a new doctor, Bob? And you ask everyone you know for recommendations?
Yeah, I have actually. Every single person.
Why are you asking people for recommendations when you have ZocDoc, girl? Well, a doctor who actually gets you, listens to you, and makes you feel super comfortable is very rare. And I have had a lot of doctors, and having a good one is a very hard find in these here streets of New York City. And finally, you get one, and then they have really bad bedside manner, or their receptionists are annoying, or they just don't take your insurance.
That's the
Well,
worst.
baby, you can wipe your tears and put away the ice cream and head over to ZocDoc to find and book a doctor who is perfect for you.
ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance and are located near you and treat almost any condition under the sun, anything you could search for.
After I tried ZocDoc, I would honestly never go back to booking doctors the old way, honey. Old way. It's so fast and convenient, and I've loved every doctor I find through them. And ZocDoc, they have every specialist. Like if you need an allergist, or you need to find a psychiatrist, and you can find review doctors. That is what I low-key love about ZocDoc is that people be on there reading these doctors for filth, girl. Like you get the real tea about what these doctors are doing, so you know exactly what you're gonna walk up into when you're walking through those doors. So go to ZocDoc.com and find the doctor that is right for you. Book an appointment in person or remotely that works for your schedule.
Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Fall is a season of change, Roberta, and I love change in life because it means a new time, a new season, a new purpose. But life is more fun when you can choose and switch things up whenever you want to. And with Pair Eyewear, you can change your look in a snap. And their latest fall collection gives you even more ways to celebrate your creativity and individuality. Whether you're getting in the mood for a spooky season, celebrating sweater weather, or both. With their new designs, they will bring you life to your autumn and make your fall days joyous every day.
Just one base frame is all you need to express yourself in many ways. Listen, I love my pair of glasses so much because they allow me to change my looks in a snap, and I can wear the same pair of glasses from evening to daytime to work out, all with a just little click, click, clack on the front of my lenses, honey. A pair of eyewear is the only eyewear that you will ever need. Budget friendly base frame starting at just $60, including prescription. Hundreds of top frames starting at $25. And you can build a collection of style, honey. You can even turn your glasses into sunglasses with a sun top, baby, with frames designed for all.
Ooh.
Everyone can customize their own unique look.
Change things up this season with new frames from Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com/sibling for 15% off your first pair. That's Pair, Pair, eyewear.com/sibling.
So I asked this man to massage my feet. I said, "Can you massage my feet?" And then he scooted back. He looked at my feet. And then he put his hands on my back and he just said, "No." He didn't say, "I don't do feet." He didn't say that's not my thing. He said,
Uh,
"No."
my God,
Let's talk, ladies.
That's so good.
We're past the 30-minute mark. Anything now is Patreon exclusive. Are we interested in showing our feet to the Patreons and talking about
No.
it?
Y'all will never see these dogs. Let me tell you right now. Listen to me, baby. First of all, Monet's feet are all over the internet. Monet will not stop showing those bloodhounds. Monet will not stop showing those Saint Bernards, those Great Danes, honey. If you want to see them
First of
Dobermans,
all, Just because leave my feet alone with your fucking master shredder in your damn shoes, bitch. Don't be coming at my feet.
But I have the decency to put my shoes my dog's in a cage. Yours are roaming. Yours are roaming
My
the world.
my feet are. Most people think my feet are fine. People who are like really feet people will like, oh, you got some corns here, which I acknowledge. But most people will be like, what are you talking about? Your feet are fine. I'm like, I don't think they're fine. Also, my feet. I don't know what I have rough hands, and also so my feet are a little rough as well. No matter
I
what
want
I
to
do,
validate.
I have worn the socks. I do the gels at night. I do like I get a pedicure, y'all, every 2 weeks. Literally every 2 weeks, whether I need it or not. I get a pedicure.
Well, I want to validate you. Your feet are fucked up.
Nigga, your feet are fucked up. Well,
I'm validating you.
Do you know who had crazy feet and she went on a whole surgery journey? Tokyo Styles. Remember this when Tokyo Styles, y'all, if y'all remember this, like about a couple months ago at the top of the year, she posted a picture
Tokyo,
of her.
the hairdresser?
Yes, her feet were mangled. And she posted a
All
picture of
right.
them
Okay, not too much on the feet. Jesus
no,
Christ.
bitch. You got
Monet's
I
like
gotta
Monet's like gnarled.
I bitch. I'm telling you. I'm gonna
Monet
try to
said her
look
feet were gnarled hams.
girl. They were fucked.
Well, I'm looking. And she posted the pictures of them?
She did on Instagram, but then she took it down. Oh look, I found it here. I'm about to send it to the chat. Well, I'm gonna screen share really quick.
Well, half the time I'm looking through this video, I'm like, I keep thinking it's her, but it's Cardi B. Tokyo be in these hair shirts
Look,
reason.
can you see it?
No, yeah, it's those are her feet.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not doing too well. Wait, send it to me so I can see it. So I can see it up close. Yeah, her feet have gone through it. It looks like they've gone through it. I'm glad that she got the help that she needed, and her feet are doing better. Because that sounds really rough.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
I just sent it on the what you call it?
Group chat.
Facebook, yeah. Yeah, so she posted on her Instagram, but then she posted the doctor that she went to get her feet done, and I hit him up, and I'm gonna get my feet done as well.
So what are you gonna get done to your feet?
I have like 2 corns.
I have some suggestions. Wait, what?
I have 2 corns. I'm getting my corns taken out. And I don't have a bunion, but you can see one. If like give me like 20 more years, I'm gonna have a bunion. So he's gonna like fix that now, so I don't have to think about it later.
For this poor girl, I feel so bad. Her feet must have been hurting so badly.
Mm-hmm. But she got them done.
She must have been in so much pain. She must have been in so much pain.
Yeah, she got them done.
I have a history of having ingrown toenails. I've probably had like 11 ingrown toenails.
11?
Yeah. Because you can get one on each side of your foot, girl.
So did it just keep on happening? It's just
each side of your toe.
happening?
You can get ingrown toenail on each side of your toe. Say again?
So does it just happen all the time still?
No, it doesn't happen anymore. So, for those you don't know, ingrown toenail, your nails, your toenail's supposed to grow like this. This is the toe, this is the nail. It's supposed to grow like this. But some people, our toenails grow like this. For those of you who are sorry if you're listening, I'm spreading my fingers as opposed. Anyway, so my toenail is just growing into my skin. Like it's just slowly cutting into my skin, growing into it. And if you Google a picture of an ingrown toenail, whatever is the worst one you see, that's how my feet looked. And I mean literally. I wish there were no camera phones back then. So you had to we used to use digital cameras. So I don't have an actual picture of my feet when they were mangled, tangled, bangled and spaghetti. But I used to get really, really, really bad ingrown toenails. And I remember one time my just big toe was just like the size of a golf ball.
Jesus.
And I was like trying to teach dance, step, no less, stomping and shit. And this little girl I was teaching, baby, stepped on my toe. My shit exploded. Like it was like hitting a water balloon full of guts, and just it exploded. I
That is too
literally
much. I can't hear any more of that. I
Well, I
can't.
want
I
to
don't
tell
want to hear.
the people want to hear. The people want to hear. They're obsessed. They can't wait to hear
I'm
it.
gonna have to
Okay,
mute this.
so
I
let's
cannot.
if you don't want to hear this, fast forward 1 minute and it will be done.
And I'm gonna mute you.
I
Or
I literally. So I used to wear Converse, and my big toe exploded. It looked
that.
like pulled pork. And then it was to the point where like literally I was pouring blood out of my shoe. It was insane. I'm done with it.
I muted you for that whole thing, and just how you're acting out with your hand was too much to watch. All I saw was this.
not us doing the most visual podcast in the world.
Have you ever fucked someone's feet?
No. I mean, I think feet are cute and sexy, but like I don't want to put my dick in between your feet. But like I want to kiss your foot and like grab your foot, but I don't want to like.
What if there's like a
fuck
whole
your
bunch
foot.
of lube and stuff? You put a whole bunch of lube on there, and you're just like between the 2
That
feet.
doesn't really speak to me. You know what I mean?
What
I don't
about
even
riding?
want a hand job.
I know hand jobs are so whack. I'm like, what are we in 7th grade? Hand
Like put my
job?
dick in your mouth, your ass, or your pussy. Don't put it in your don't be no. There's
Have you
3
ever
places.
have you ever titty fucked someone?
No. No, that's not true. I did.
You titty
My
fucked someone.
my
Was it
high school
good?
girlfriend had really big boobs. And did I titty fuck her? We must have at least once.
Titty
We must
fucking looks
have.
interesting. That also doesn't speak to me. Like that sounds so whack. I'm like, that's like a step up from a hand job. But I guess titties also they're more erotic than hands. But actually, no, hands can be feet can be pretty erotic. So, but I mean, they're
I
fucking.
think it
I mean,
depends on how much you like titties. Like I am attracted to titties, but I really like I like small, little athletic titties. Those are attractive to me.
oh my god, so you love me, huh?
I think little titties are hot. Do you think little titties are hot?
Yes, we talked about this before. I wish I had. I want like that's when I go to the gym. I work out chest every day because even though I want like Shaquita titties. You know how Shaquita she has great tits out of
She has
drag, great
pecs,
tits.
yeah.
Yeah, I want like, but mine because of my body's physique, they're shaping up to be like little like perky A boobs, which with like muscle. I don't know, I can't explain it, but I really like where my titties are at, and I feel very proud of them. The way I get my eyebrows microbladed at Perfect Frame, he came out with these like micro bras for men, and I cannot
What?
wait.
Wait, what is it?
They look like a bikini top, but they're meant to they're big enough to only go around your nipple. So they're still like like the new bikinis where just like the triangle, like Kim K.
Can you send me this?
I
And it
am buying one immediately.
and it goes over your areolas?
Just your areolas, yes. It's a micro
What if you
bra.
have what if you have silver dollars?
But then there's a little like under nip, which is kind of hot too, actually.
No, a
I
silver
don't know
dollar
where
just
it's at. He posted it.
silver dollar just refers to the size of your area, your areola. It's not the size of your actual boob.
I know what I'm saying, but you know how when you wear those small bras, girls have under boob. I'm saying you have under nipple because you'll see like a
Oh,
little
under
bit of the
areola. Well, the nipple and
yeah.
the areola are yeah. The areola is the darkness around the nipple,
Right.
or for some people, the paleness around the nipple.
Yeah.
What? What?
No, I was just thinking about boobs. Like I just the human body is just such an interesting thing, and how on different people, different genders, we just make one thing offensive. Like we have just decided that breasts are offensive to see, but male pecs are fine. It's so interesting.
Well, that's actually the thing. It's not. Sorry, I have to pee again. I drank this whole bottle of water. Sorry, give me 1 sec.
Can you sit down?
Also, I was thinking about how in Drag Race, like sometimes they'll censor a girl's nipple and sometimes they won't, just depending on how like feminine she looks.
Yeah,
like Valentina's nipples always censored.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. They always center her nipples. I never noticed that. Where did he post this bra? I'm trying to find where it is.
Yeah, girl, on Drag Race, if they don't censor your nipple, they say you look like a fucking man.
That's so
If they don't
crazy.
censor your nipple, they're like you man looking bitch. No. What's she talking about? Oh yeah. So it's not even just boobs, because boobs are not offensive, because you can be a woman with no boobs and you still can't take your shirt off. You can be a man with boobs and you can take your shirt off. So it's not the boobs that are offensive. It's the gender. It's the body. It's the gender identity of the person who has the body that's offensive. Isn't that odd?
Yeah, it's so odd. We just decided that. Like we just decided. And I mean, so I go to the gym and I just feel like I like wearing the workout stuff that I wear, like the onesies and like the booty shorts and stuff. I just feel more comfortable. I feel that's what I want to wear to the gym. But I also have to wear tucking panties because it would be inappropriate if I had like my dick print showing.
The people at the gym who are not wearing shirts, y'all deserve to do time.
What
This is
kind of gym are
criminal
you going
activity.
to?
I also feel the same way about people who are at the gym in jeans. If you're at the gym and you're wearing jeans, prison. Prison immediately. Prison.
But what gym are you
You need
going
to
to
do
that people
time.
have shirts off?
I go to gyms all around the world, and I have seen
I
people
do
in the gym,
too.
and I've seen men in the gym with no shirts on, and I've seen men in the
Like
gym with jeans
maybe
on.
I
And
can count
prison.
I can count on one handy amount of times I've seen that at a gym, and I go to a gym every city pretty much.
And I've also seen it on the internet a lot too, which is also prison time.
Do you
Who's
know?
at the gym? When you talk about the denim too, when you talk about jeans in the gym,
I've
what's
seen that.
happening? What do
I've
you
seen that. I don't know.
were you not planning on coming to the gym? Was this a
That's
spur
what
of the
it
moment
is.
thing?
Also, gym bros who work out in flip flops because they're just there to lift, and they take their shoes off because they feel that because it's better for their lifting. I'm like, it's too much. It's too much,
The last thing you want to do is drop a dumbbell on your foot.
bitch, bitch.
That is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah. So yeah. So I hit the same doctor that worked on Tokyo's feet because Tokyo's feet have gotten like he like fucking got her together. I hit him up and getting elective foot surgery is expensive. Okay. And I just had too much going on this year with my house and stuff. After next year, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
What's the recovery like?
So to get
ask Bianca Del Rio.
yeah, well, Bianca had gnarly feet. Bianca's feet,
Drag her.
Bianca saw Tokyo's feet, and Tokyo's feet I guess things ain't that bad. It ain't that bad over here. Bianca got her shit done because her shit was fucked up. For what I was gonna get because I have a corn on two toes, to fix those and to fix the bunion, he said I'll be able to walk literally that
You got a whole meal. Buns, corns. What else you got? What else you got over there?
some biscuits. Um, and he said I'll be able to walk that day. I would have to wear like the surgery shoes, like the shoes for like 2 weeks, and no heels for 4 weeks. But I'll be able to go to gigs and stuff. I just would have to wear like those ugly shoes, which I was like, bitch, I'll be up there in my Skechers telling jokes down, honey. I don't care.
Which we by the way, we have proof and we know you were doing it when your feet were perfectly healed, honey. So we know you don't got to
Perfectly
convince
healed.
us, honey.
You made a little joke there. You didn't even know that you did it.
Double entendre.
Yeah.
So is your surgery purely cosmetic?
Purely. Well, the bone is preventive because like one day if I do get if a bunion does develop in the next decade or so, it's gonna hurt, but I can take care of it now. So yes, but the corns
What are
are
you gonna do about
purely
your
cosmetic.
plantar fascia? What are you gonna do about your
You
plantar
can't fix that.
fasciitis?
You cannot fix plantar fasciitis. It is what it is. Like you can like give yourself some relief by wearing orthotics, putting some Voltron on there, icing it at night, wearing heel stretchers. But you plantar fasciitis there's nothing you can do to fix it. You can't get a surgery to fix it. It is what it is.
When I was younger, I used to wear wooden inserts in my shoes to try to give me an arch. It did not work,
And it didn't
obviously.
work.
No.
Yeah. Was this
Jacob's
like
feet are
recommended by a doctor?
Yeah, doctor gave them to me. Yeah, I went to the doctor and she was like, I was like, I don't know where these. They're not comfortable. She goes, you either have to wear these, or you're gonna end up in a wheelchair.
Oh my god!
I will never forget the doctor saying that. She goes, either you have to wear these, or you end up in a wheelchair. I will never forget her saying that.
Jacob's feet, y'all. This Jacob foot.
Dude, again, the most visual podcast ever. Jacob's foot has an extreme arch. It is incredibly arched. Like if I stepped in paint and then stepped on the ground, it would be five little dots in a rectangle. That's what it'd be. It'd be five little dots and then a flat ass rectangle. If Jacob stepped in it, it would literally be like the part where like the ball of your foot and then a sliver on the side and then a hill with five tiny little dots for toes.
Bob's love for ducks comes from a long way.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
What?
I don't get it. What?
What?
I said Bob's love for ducks comes from the love of their similarity in feet.
Jacob's feet? Oh, my feet. But Jacob, can you go grab each of our shoes and put them side by side? Jacob's feet are so small that they don't look like I'm looking at them so like no one's shoes. This is not anyone's shoe. No one's shoe looks like this.
It looks like a baby keychain. The little baby keychain shoes. That white people. Do you know that white people don't do that? Did you know that that's a black thing?
I never thought about it. Where you take your baby shoe and you put it on
key ring.
So Jacob has our shoes. Oh my god, this is Jacob's first time showing the.
Oh,
that's
I made the bed.
Oh,
this is Bob's shoe.
Literally as big as Jacob's chest.
This is my shoe. Actually, they look about the same this way. Here we go.
There, look at Jacob's shoe.
I want to point out that Bob's shoe is as wide as Jacob is across his chest.
To those of you who are not on picture, that is not true.
Yes, it is. Jacob, no. Put that shoe on your chest.
Okay, now go grab one of Monet's shoes and see if it goes from elbow to elbow. Yeah. Not a high heel, Monet, because a high heel goes up.
I will say the shoe is larger than my head.
Look at that. Look how
Monet, high heels go up.
On my chest.
Monet, high heels go. It's a high heel, Monet. Go grab your Toms. Go grab your wore out, beat up, raggedy Toms.
I don't have wear Toms anymore.
Go grab them Uber XLs you call shoes.
Toms. I wore Toms because they were very eco-friendly. They were this thing, and every pair of Toms you bought, they gave someone shoes. I didn't buy Toms because I thought they were cute or fashion. I bought Toms because I care about the fucking world and the environment and my fellow brethren. That's why I bought Toms.
And you stopped buying them because you stopped caring?
Yes, because I hate them niggas now.
Clearly. Not Monet the capitalist. Not Monet the capitalist. Oh, I've been thinking a lot about capitalism, and I've been listening to a lot of content and books and all this stuff, and I'm like, capitalism is a hard one because you have to participate in it. You have to actively participate in capitalism, right? But do you want to be you want to be like one of the hardcore capitalists? Like you want to be like a billionaire?
I don't want to be a billionaire, but I think that if I'm looking at my business and keep on growing the way I want to, I feel like that would be inevitable if you know what I mean? But like
you're saying you're inevitably going to become a billionaire?
No, I mean, I'm saying if things keep on progressing how I want them to, like if I keep on growing an empire and doing like all these things that I want to do, like I feel like I would get to that threshold. But again, the likelihood of that happening is small. Is a very small chance that they can. But in a perfect world, it would. And then I always wonder, like, what is the
really
line?
Rare and really hard.
I know,
but also, like, you can't. Do you believe the notion that you cannot become a billionaire without exploiting some people in a dangerous way?
I literally had a conversation the other day, and like, this is like a 2-hour debate, and I'm like, what I landed on is probably not. Like you have to. What's that saying? You have to crack some eggs to bake a cake, whatever the hell it is.
I don't think that's quite what the expression is refers to. I think that's saying
You
you have to
have
make
to
a couple.
break some eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it is.
I think what that's saying is you have to make some mistakes, not like people are eggs that you're
I
cracking.
know. I'm taking that same thing and using it like in a way like to become a billionaire, you probably have to crack some eggs, girl. You do. Like you
No,
have to.
I don't think that
I know it's about mistakes. I'm saying like what I'm saying is it is inevitable to hurt some people in order to become a billionaire or to do things
so
unethically.
in your analogy, in your saying that the people are eggs.
But I'm not saying that the people are eggs. I'm just saying you have to you have to do something unethical or do some things that are unethical to become a billionaire. I like there's just no way to amass that amount of money and not do that. I think, but I
Are you
don't
willing to
know.
do that?
I'll say it again.
Are you willing to do that?
That's the problem. That's the place where I don't think I would. But then again, so I think some of this is happening, and you may not be super conscious that it's happening because it's not like you're not making the decision, but something in the way of you. I'm sure that I think that maybe to get to our level of success, maybe we have had to do some ethical things that we didn't realize that we did.
That's a
Maybe.
possibility. Yeah. Who do you
So
crush?
to
Who's
become a
been crushed
billion,
under your? Who's been crushed under your plantar
ooh, some people for sure.
I definitely know that I have friends who I used to be like, you know, right there with,
Yeah. Sorry.
and then we ended up I ended up going a little further than they did in their career, and then our friendship kind of like suffered for it.
Yeah, but but you weren't behaving unethically. That's like a different situation. That's not the same thing. You didn't do anything wrong or unethical. They just, had a negative reaction to your level of success.
That's true. Are reacting very
Bitch.
people are very upset about The Rock and Oprah Winfrey asking us to give money
So
to. Are
for
they
those of you
matching
who
it?
may not know, no, they're not matching. They're just asking for donations. And for those of you who may not have known because you live in the States or whatever, there was a very, very, very deadly wildfire in Maui that destroyed over 1,000 acres of land, like fires, like engulfing homes, engulfing schools, churches, whatever, like destroying everything in its path. And so then Oprah and The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who is, I think he's like he's the highest paid like actor in the
We
world.
were texting back and forth, and I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community, and I said, I think this is the answer. You said, I think that's the answer.
I said, I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation. That money is going to go to one of many residents who have been displaced in Maui. We guarantee.
That's right. And I know a lot of people out there, as Oprah and I have been finding, are just having a hard time trusting where the money goes. What organization?
So, but I mean, we should probably watch the whole thing. But I wonder if they're donating as well. I
I
don't
think they
know.
did donate, but I think what they're saying is that Oprah and The Rock are both. I think Oprah is a multi-billionaire, and I think The Rock is that or close. And they're saying like, because I think they're trying to raise $10 million. They're like, bitch, y'all can both give $5 million each, and it'll be good. Because I think the goal was $10 million.
Oh, the goal's 10 million. Interesting. That is very
Yeah.
interesting. That is
And
very
like also, like, bitch, ask y'all, the people are like, ask y'all billionaire friends and your multi-millionaire friends. Like 10 of y'all hoes can give $1 million each, and then you'll meet your goal.
Yeah, I hope they're giving something. I
I
mean,
think they did.
I don't have that level of wealth, and I don't think that as I've journeyed on my in my life and being around very famous and very very wealthy people, I realize more and more that don't I do enjoy being notable and being famous, but I honestly don't think I want to be much more famous than I am right now. I really don't think that I want that for myself.
But what if that
And
comes in a way to not be as more successful, right? Like, because I know you want to do comedy in the biggest way possible. You want to, like you're a very funny person. That's like your
yeah, no, I
thing.
love telling jokes and I love doing comedy. I just see how famous people's lives are, and I just don't think that I want to be that level of famous. I don't think that speaks to me. Like,
Mm.
but I'm gonna keep striving toward my comedy goals, and maybe I will become more famous. Maybe I won't. It's just an interesting. It's interesting to think about because I want to do the things I want to do, and I want to tell jokes, and I want people to laugh. But I also want to be able to live my life and go around and do the things I want to do.
So would you trade more fame for your comedy, right? Like would you rather more fame so you can do your comedy in the biggest way that you want to or can, like as big as it will grow you want it to grow, or would you rather to just stay where you're at and not your comedy not get bigger? See what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I think I kind of hear what you're saying, and I think that my answer is like I want to keep doing comedy, and I want to be able to do, larger venues, but also I don't need to be at like Madison Square Garden telling jokes. Like I can tell jokes at a theater, I can tell jokes in a comedy club, and it feels really fulfilling. Me doing a comedy club doesn't feel unfulfilling. It doesn't feel like shit. It doesn't feel bad. It feels really good, and I make good money right now, and I take care of my family. I could use a little more money because I'm taking care of my whole fucking family. But I don't. I haven't really fleshed out all the thought processes yet because obviously I'm participating in capitalism. We all are. Um, but
Some people aren't.
I
Some people aren't. They get they off the grid. They live in the woods and they barter.
and those people will not hear this message because they don't have Wi-Fi. But I know it's interesting. It is interesting. I've been becoming a little more conscious lately of what it means to participate in capitalism in a harmful way. It's really interesting.
Bitch, what the fuck are you eating?
I'm eating a mamba.
Bob, you are chewing in the camera. Y'all, the last 2 episodes, I don't know what this nigga's going through. He is literally actively choosing to chew into the microphone. After you already now you want to chew too? Bitch, you
Yeah,
start
well,
on a little band over there.
here's when I eat every day. Every
What?
day I eat. Can y'all
Well,
believe
maybe
this?
not in this
Every
hour.
day.
And also
Every day.
that's not eating.
You
A
caught
trip
me.
of-
That is
Yeah.
eating.
Do you not remember the first season of the podcast where you constantly drag Monet for eating on the podcast?
But yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I do remember it. I remember it adamantly. And now it's payback. Now that this is our last season, payback.
We need to do seasons again. I don't like that we stopped doing seasons.
Like what?
Well, we used to take breaks. We used to do breaks.
Yeah, because I
And
need
the
a break
season-
from this nigga. I need a motherfucking break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that drag queen bitch.
You also started seasons because you accidentally went like 3 months without doing an episode, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's just season 2.
Drag us.
Bob.
Yes, dear.
Since when have you been a bitch?
Well, it depends on who you ask. And I tweeted out, I'm not nice. And everyone's like, bitch, we know. So apparently for a long time.
There's this video on my TikTok or my Instagram somewhere of me and Bob going to get a pedicure on tour. And y'all, when Bob gets a pedicure, his feet are very ticklish. And this boy was, when I tell you, in this chair, the lady was scrubbing the bottom of Bob's feet. This is Bob.
My feet are ticklish. I need to get my feet done, but also every time I get my feet done, I leave and my feet are hurting. Like every time they clip my toenails in some way that doesn't feel good, my feet hurt. Every time.
That's why you have to establish a relationship with one place. Literally, the place that I go to, the place down the street from your house. I told you this place. I go there all the time, and I go to literally. And once you have a relationship, they know who you are. They know what you like. They know like they like you. You like it square. Like you need to build kind of like a barber. You got to build that relationship.
But because of the way my toes are and the surgeries I've had on my toenails don't really grow like past my toe. It's so weird. It's hard to explain. So they end up cutting into my skin every time, and it hurts very badly. So I've been burned by pedicures too many times.
Okay, here's a scenario. Michael B. Jordan wants you to lick his feet, but just that, nothing else. Do you smash or pass?
I mean, Michael B. Jordan isn't like my number one. I mean, it's not like I'm like, ooh, Michael B. Jordan. I mean, he's hot, but he's not like my. I mean, if you're gonna pick a celebrity, I would go with like maybe like Wiz Khalifa or maybe
Okay, Wiz Khalifa wants you to lick his feet, and that's just that. You can't touch a dick. You can't put a dick in your mouth. No kissing. Just lick my feet. Just do feet stuff.
But let's pick
Smash or
someone
pass.
gay because I don't want to lick a straight man's feet. Let's pick someone hot gay.
Honey
I mean,
Balenciaga wants you to lick her feet.
Why Honey Balenciaga?
Because she's short. You like them small and stout.
Yeah, but I don't know that Honey Balenciaga is like. Have you ever heard me be like, ooh, that honey? By the way, no shit, Honey Balenciaga is lovely, but have you heard me be like, ooh, that Honey Balenciaga? Yari Becky.
No, but she
Yari
who?
Becky. You remember Becky from
Oh, Becky. Yeah,
Becky's hot.
Becky with the bald head.
I would lick Becky's feet, yeah.
Just that, nothing else.
Yeah.
Word. Not me.
I mean, I guess it depends on the scenario. Like, is that all we're doing? Like, we're just getting together so I can lick Becky's feet?
Yes.
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. Would you lick Michael B. Jordan's feet?
Hell no. And he's hot, and I'm not. I ain't look. I don't care who it is. I'm not touching nobody's feet, especially I don't get the chance to suck the dick and like suck you from the back, like you bent over and me like pulling the dick back and sucking it off that way. I didn't get to do that on your feet. No. What?
Is sucking the dick from the back your thing?
Yes, I think that's very hot.
You better work. Now, do you like to get sucked from the back, or you just like to suck from the back?
Yeah, I like getting sucked from the back for sure. Especially when you go up in that hole too, and you start getting in the hole and give me a little, put a finger in the booty and then sucking the dick from the back, girl.
You know, suck my dick from the back was
Stop making that sound.
Suck my dick from the back is an insult that people use for a while. Niggas, suck my dick from the back.
Really? It's straight people.
Yeah, because suck my dick is an insult, but then suck my dick from the back is like really.
Why is it an insult? Why is sucking? I don't understand why sucking dick is an insult. I'm like,
because being gay is laughable to straight people.
No, but they said to girls. They're like, bitch, suck my dick. That's the thing.
Maybe because they think it puts you in a level of subjugation to them, and like you're submissive to them. So like, be submissive to me,
which is hot.
And on that note, if you want Monet to suck your dick from the back on the road, she probably will do it.
God, Bob, you're a messy. No,
I said probably. So you're never gonna suck anyone's dick from the back. You're not sucking any. So if a hot guy comes up to you and is like, Monet, I'm hot, and I want you to suck my dick from the back, you're gonna be like, no, I'm advertising for you. You should be all the dicks you're gonna suck from the back. You should be grateful because I'm the one putting you on the game, honey.
Because
I'm the one advertising for you, honey.
I'm not open, so why would I do that? That's someone on the road.
Okay, well, maybe you will be open one day. Y'all monogamous people are so. I'm not. We know.
The nigga didn't act like you know.
Nigga, we know. You don't know what's gonna happen in the future.
Can you stop calling me the N-word?
Maybe do what?
Can you stop calling me the N-word? It really is offensive. I really don't like that.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
I am a black person now that I'm telling you my boundaries. I do not like people using that.
We can't be friends no more then. This is the end of our friend. This is our last podcast. Thank you so much, everyone. I cannot have a close black friend who's like, I don't want to be confident.
Honestly, I can't either. I could have been it.
We can't be friends. If you're a close friend of mine and you're black and you're like, I don't like that word. We can't talk.
Like, I mean, actually, that's not true. That's not true.
I had one friend like that who's no longer alive anymore, and she.
No, you have one that's alive.
Who?
Shangela.
Me and Shangela aren't that close. Like, we're not that close. When's the last time, Monet? When's the last time you started hanging out with Shangela?
On TV, I thought you guys were
that's not shade, but you know me and Shangela are not like super close.
I watched We're Here. I thought you guys were like best friends. Sorry, I didn't know.
Monet, you know that me. I mean, I'm not Shangela's enemy.
Wow, y'all heard it first. Bob hates Shangela. Bob said onside is onside for that curly head little bitch. Literally, you said that verbatim.
Goodbye, everyone.
Jacob.